All right, so I got to talk about something, and at the risk of sounding like I'm scolding people like I'm their parent or something, I guess them's the breaks, because there is no real easy way to cover this topic. Getting into the whole response to Taylor Lorenz and her Wired article about this Chorus Incubator program, which is not the publicly facing Chorus thing that has been public. Mind you, Taylor Lorenz is an investigative journalist. That's point number one. Her track record is pretty much impeccable with her professional work, with her investigative journalism pieces. Nearly impeccable. That's point number two. The responses from the people that are defending the people that they have a parasocial relationship with, that are in this Chorus program, and I don't know if they're trying to defend people that might be or whatnot. I don't know. I'm seriously disappointed in these people, and it's just another verification and validation for me that people's media literacy, political literacy, and general literacy are just very low or basically gone. And also, worse, there's no, like, people don't seem to have standards. They don't seem to have, like, they don't seem to operate in any sort of ethical way or hold anybody to any ethical standards or actual values. Like, it feels like our society has been hollowed out because of capitalism. Like, basically, if you need to get the bag, any behavior is justified. And I don't go along with that. And that puts me at a major economic disadvantage, because there are so many avenues that I won't go down that would make me a lot more wealthy. And I don't do them because I have standards and I have ethics, and I value those things over money. Even though a lot more money would make my life more comfortable, I am not interested remotely in selling out and going down some road that I can't ever be proud of, and I couldn't live with myself doing the kinds of things that a lot of people do these days. So there's the other problem where, like, it drives me crazy when people act as though if you, like, criticize the right wing, that automatically you're a dick riding Democrat. And if you criticize someone that is seemingly on the left, that automatically makes you a Republican. Like, this is just very lazy. It's very lazy logical reasoning. The basic standard is, what the hell are the facts on the issue? And that's what we have to be focused on. And never mind, like, letting other people's opinions or their takes on an issue sway you. You should care about what the facts are, and you should care about ethics, some sort of ethical principle. So, like, the main problem, and again, I made videos on this, and I got attacked from people that are just defending Taylor Lorenz, claiming that she's, I don't know, there's stuff going on with her, and they're like an insider, and they know things that most of the public would be disappointed over, and whatever. And it's like, that is not relevant. It is really not relevant. And also, I don't know what the hell your own personal bias is. I know that there are plenty of people that don't like Taylor Lorenz. You know why? Because she has reported on things that fucking matter, and a lot of people came down on the wrong side of those things. Like, she is hated by the right wing, has been for a really long time. She's done a lot of coverage. Like, she did that whole the story about the Tenet media thing that involved a whole bunch of high profile right-wing creators like Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and others, and they were getting money directly, like, through some middleman from Russia. Like, it's paid Russian propaganda, and they don't seem to have any issue with it because they don't have any morals or principles, and it's a joke. And she also takes heat sometimes from the so-called left, which I don't consider these people leftists. I don't. They are, like, most of the time, it's liberals and neoliberals. Leftists, you can get mad at us all you want, but generally, like, we practice better ethics. We do. We actually care about standards. Like, we want to create a better world, and you don't get a better world by having squishy ethics like liberals do, like neoliberals do. Like, here's my problem. Liberals and neoliberals are status quo defenders, and that inherently, they're defending big moneyed interests being involved in everything, basically eroding and destroying democracy. They're defending that. Like, they're on board for whatever the hell comes next. Like, whatever the hell these big tech freaks decide is meant to be for all of us, they're going along with it. They are the ones that keep the Democratic Party going as this feckless, meaningless machine that just defends big corporations and big moneyed interests in the same ways that the Republican Party does, because it's the same goddamn people funding it. And they, like, this whole chorus group, I'm sorry, but there is so much wrong with what we know about the contracts, and there has been no corrections, none. There's been no lawsuits, none. Like, it cleared the lawyers. The lawyers from Chorus added a couple of more things, and that didn't really substantively change anything. They didn't ask for anything to be deleted. Nothing. Her facts check out. This Chorus Incubator project is a problem, and people that don't want to sit there and defend it, I think they're listening to really bad arguments from people like Brian Taylor Cohen, who is just, I'm sorry, but if you're taking money from a Democratic Party, like DNC aligned dark money project, dark money fund, or dark money PAC, I honestly, I don't think we should listen to a goddamn word you say when it comes to your defense of this project. There are parts of this that I understand the argument from some people that, yes, the left is at a massive disadvantage in terms of funding media creators. That's true. But we're not going to solve that problem by taking money from dark moneyed interests, because it comes with strings attached. And when you look at the fucking contract, the way that it's presented in the Wired article, and that's the best we can do, because she can't release that without endangering people that are going to get sued to high heaven, because those contracts are watermarked. Brian Taylor Cohen and people like David Pakman could settle all of this tomorrow by releasing the contract and being honest about what's in it, and getting some kind of release about who the financial interests are in this. And I'm sorry, but it is controlled opposition, and it seems to be very nefarious. And we've seen this from the Democratic Party, like the DNC, in the past. Like, they paid creators in another program. It was like something good interest or something like that. I forget the name of it. But there was another one before that they funded, and they had creators work very closely with the messaging campaigns of the major members of the party and the establishment message. But as soon as those people ran afoul with the party, when they were asking hard questions of the Biden administration, when it came to things like COVID, like the Biden regime acted like everything was just over with COVID, and they risked workers' lives. They didn't really do anything about worker protections, and there were some other issues. Gaza's a big one, but it's just, you can't be so naive to look at this like it's a good thing. It's not. And again, like, if you're gonna sit there and come at me and say that I have to provide an alternative, that's lazy. It's extremely lazy. That, like, I don't understand why people continue to make this stupid case. No, I get to choose what the hell I talk about, and when I want to discuss a problem, that's what I'm deciding to cover. And I may have some ideas about what we need to do instead, but that's not my obligation. It's not. Like, it's a lazy fucking thing to say that just because you point to a problem that you have to point to solutions, because our system is so fucking broken. It is very difficult to actually do that in a lot of cases. Like, that's saying, like, all things held equal, like, I could tell you what a better model would be, but in terms of, like, trying to make that happen in our situation, there are so many disadvantages stacked against us. And I understand maybe that's part of the argument for why it's okay to take dark money. And I don't think it is, because I think the dark money is one of the biggest problems with our politics today. I don't think whatever the hell we do, it cannot be funded by dark money. And also, like, it's such a joke. Like, these billionaires, like, I don't think this is meant to be in the best interest for people on the left. I think it's meant to keep us divided. I think it's intentional that they kept this dark so it can be a story, so it can be something that divides the left, and everybody's going to do the same damn thing that they always do. They're going to blame the left for calling out people for doing unethical stuff, and suddenly it's us that's the problem, even though we didn't create the problem in the first place. We pointed at it and we said, this is fucked up, this is bullshit, there's so many problems with this, and you shouldn't have done this, you undermine everything. But it's our fault because we pointed to it. It's the same thing with Israel and Gaza. They set up conditions that are so unhospitable for 75 plus years, an apartheid state. And then Hamas does something on October 7th, and somehow that justifies a genocide. Like, you made us do this. Fuck off. Fuck off. The Democratic Party, the fucking moderates, the centrists, they can kiss my fucking ass. It's their weak platform that's a problem, and it's not going to be fixed by these course creators that are selling a pile of dog shit, if they're even talking about it. Most of the time, they're just attacking Republicans. Yeah, fine, Republicans bad, but you actually have to have a positive message. Like, we have opportunities in the Democratic Party, like the New York mayoral race that Zoran Mamdani won, and they ain't covering that shit. They're not covering that shit, and the Democratic Party refuses to get behind him. So, like, what happened to the blue no matter who? It's blue no matter who, unless it's somebody on the left that actually has a positive vision, excites people, does a different kind of politics that's fucking winning. And it just seems like this dark money group, 1630, I don't know what other kind of shit that they're into, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least if they did shit that actually undermines the base of the Democratic Party. It keeps people from actually having real representation, because as far as I can tell, the Democratic Party is owned by APAC, it's owned by the insurance lobby, it's owned by the big tech sector, big pharma, and you know, it's I can't say it's as bad as the Republican Party, but they're not my friends. They're not my friends. I have a difficult time even saying that you should vote for them. Yes, you should vote for them over the Republican Party, but I want them to be a better fucking party that actually stands up. Okay.